Reporting live from Kilimanjaro. We're Sid and MACKY, and we're professional mountain bikers on a quest to race the best and most challenging mountain bike races around the world. This week, we are racing the K2N Stage Race, a 5-day backcountry experience through rural Tanzania from the slopes of Kilimanjaro to the shores of Lake Natron.
Wow. Oh my God. Wow.
Are you freaking kidding me?
This race will take us up to over 12,000 feet on Kilimanjaro and then through Maasai villages and into territory that few travelers, much less cyclists, traverse.
Honestly, I'm having the best time.
This experience is going to bring us face to face with our limits, as well as the local wildlife.
So cool.
And for the first time ever, we'll be racing against one another. I'll be on a duo team with Joe, while MACKY and Lo will be combining their power with the towee.
Finally to hit a double track where we can utilize old Billy and the baboon butt.
And we have no idea who's going to be faster. These adventures are made possible thanks to our patrons. Without them, we couldn't do what we do. To say thank you, we release these videos there early. You can watch day 2 right now on Patreon. Okay, let's get racing. After 45 hours of travel to get here, we are chomping on the bit to get out on the race course for the prologue today and burn off some pent-up energy. But this is Africa, and we're about to get way more excitement than we bargained for.
There are a number of wildlife on course. Elephants are the ones we're most worried about. If you run into an elephant, first of all, let's hope it's not in the forest.
Holy
I want to welcome you to the Grametti Fund Kilimanjaro to Natron 2024 Mountain Bike Stage Race. Thanks for coming. We're glad you're here.
We are a conservation non-profit trust fund focusing on conservation and community outreach work, working with the Tanzanian government. Every year we enter a team to K2N and we dedicate our ride to the eastern black rhino. There's less than 2,000 eastern black rhino left on the planet, so a critically endangered species. Kabichi and Makina, these guys are two of our anti-poaching rangers. Kabichi has been he's been mauled by a lion. Poachers have tried to kill him twice. Definitely worth a conversation or two.
We want you to experience Tanzanian culture, Tanzanian hospitality, geography, scenery, wildlife. We're 5 stages now, so we've added a prologue. That's new for this year. The 5 stages total 285 kilometers. Total climbing is just over 4,000 meters. Total descent, just over 5,000 meters.
Yeah.
Woo! So this race is easier than it is hard. There are a number of wildlife on course. Elephants are the ones we're most worried about. If you run into an elephant, first of all, let's hope it's not in the forest, because if you run into them in the forest, that means you're quite close before you see them. If an elephant is going to be aggressive, I mean, you need to cycle for your life.
For these first 2 days of the race, we'll be based at Simba Farm Lodge, a beautiful 5,000-acre working farm on the slopes of Kilimanjaro. The farm currently grows wheat and barley for the Tanzanian market, as well as a large amount of vegetables, fruit, and herbs which they use to produce their delicious meals. Because this race is fully supported, all of our meals are taken care of during the race, and so far we've been eating very well. And yes, before you ask, Simba does mean lion in Swahili.
Didn't a farmer get killed by a lion years ago on somewhere?
What? This house where the big eucalyptus trees are?
Yeah.
In the early 70s. We got molded here.
That's pretty good.
Reporting live from Kilimanjaro.
What is your race strategy?
People are going to go super hard off the gun just because that's the way they do it.
There's definitely a couple of people here that are going to go fast from the get-go, and I don't want to participate in that. I also want someone else to scare the elephants away. Definitely don't be first into the single track.
Elephants, thorns, rocks.
Yeah.
Lions aren't on the list somehow.
Basically, we don't have much strategy. They're going to sprint us for the single track for sure.
Yeah.
Just don't get stuck in the rope, I guess, is the strategy there.
I guess the biggest strategy is just communication, because everything else will just fall into place with that.
Totally.
What's your strategy at the start for intimidating the competition?
We're not intimidating that guy who's been mauled by a lion. Everybody else we're intimidating by just showing up in uber tight matching spandex. I mean, my biggest thing is making sure I'm on top of my fueling.
The nice part for Prologue Day is that we've now seen like, oh, this is a good place that we want to be connected. There's a good place we want to not be connected. And then moving forward, I think that'll help us like get the transitions down.
I'm really excited.
It's gonna be so cool. We're probably gonna get elephant pooped.
Yeah, just don't drop the tether.
Yeah. Yeah. Tension, more tension.
For this race, we'll be riding our RE Signal Peak cross-country race bikes with Fox suspension and Shimano XTR drivetrain and brakes. For tires, we'll be running the Maxxis Aspens, but with all the rumors we've been hearing about Thorns, we went with the slightly heavier 120 TPI casing versus the extra lightweight Team Spec casing, and we added some extra sealant. After a quick pre-ride yesterday, we're feeling pretty confident with the setup, and we're ready to race.
Time to go kit up for day 1. Didn't sleep much. Haven't slept much for like 5 days now, but we're trying not to think about that. It's time to put on our fabulous themed kits. And I'm excited that it rains somewhere so it can be even more slippery. Got the kit on. Will be spotted from outer space. Got my shocks for some pre-race music. I think I am gonna pause it at least for the wooded section, just for maximum elephant detection. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah?
It's gonna be a lot of fun. But I'm gonna try to warm up a little bit, because
Okay.
otherwise I'm just gonna feel poopy. And I wanna find Joe so we can have one last little strategy.
Little strategy sesh. How you feeling?
I feel way inebriated this morning. That's how much sleep I did not get.
The kits look amazing. Yeah. All right. What do you think? Should we go warm up a little bit probably? I am excited. I don't think we're going to see any wildlife, but there's always a possibility we'll see an elephant, which would be crazy. I'm really excited to test out the tow rope in a race setting, and I think it's going to be pretty amazing.
Pretty spot for a warm-up.
7:45 a.m. in Tanzania. Just had this like overpowering feeling of I cannot believe we're doing this. It's just wow. This is nuts. It is so beautiful here.
All right. Prologue stage about to start.
There are some baboons and colobus monkeys out there. If you keep your eyes about you, you'll see some nice things. No race is worth running through an elephant.
3, 2, 1, party!
Today's stage is the Prologue, so at 12 miles and 1,600 feet, it's the shortest of the race. But it's definitely not easy. After a short road climb, we dive into some dense, jungly single track for more climbing, before finally emerging into farmland for a brief flat road section before a ripping descent almost all the way to the finish.
Now we settle in.
I can move already. Humble. Definitely don't be first into the single track.
Is that an elephant gun?
I know we're ahead of the elephant people now. Great.
la la.
Very paranoid about all these roots.
Yeah. I'm just glad I'm not tied to you. There's a clearing up here.
Yeah, right up here. Nice.
Oops, sorry. Not paying attention. Oh.
Woo, tight.
Ooh, yeah.
Whew. I skated on that one a little bit.
All right, when you see a good spot, combine your left, right? I'm gonna have to hand it with the other hand. Good?
Yep.
All right. All right, dismounting.
Oops, sorry.
Despite all our joking around about elephants, I don't think any of us actually expected to see one. So naturally, neither Joe or I had our cameras turned on when we turned around the corner and nearly collided with a bull elephant the size of a bus. Luckily, we've got ChatGPT to fill in the gaps.
We're gonna start there.
An image of two mountain bikers coming face to face with a huge elephant in the jungle. Oh, that's
basically what happened.
Yeah, not far off.
Make the tusks longer.
That's cool.
The tusks were definitely longer.
Yup, nailed it. Thankfully, the elephant was as scared as we were, and Joe got the camera on in time to hear it crashing through the trees.
Holy
We came around this corner and saw the dung, and Joe's like, poop, and then literally it like stared at us and turned around and ran into the bush.
No way.
And I didn't have the camera on.
Dang, look at the size of the footprint.
Holy This is our life right now.
So cool.
What? It's probably urine. Oh, you're just going through elephant urine.
Elephant pee.
Look at all this poop.
There's an elephant.
Okay.
So we're just gonna...
No way, this is what elephants do. They just knock over.
I am so mad I didn't have the camera on for that. I made eye contact with it.
Yeah, look at the size of those footprints. They're like trash can lids.
Do they travel in packs? Does anyone know?
Yeah, I think so.
I thought we would have heard it.
It was just chilling.
Ugh.
Whoa! Mama, watch about the condition. Vamos!
Thinking these were the wrong tires for this, but they're a little clumped up for sure. Oh.
Yumbo, yumbo. I'm gonna have to say I've never enjoyed a road so much. Watch the butt, not the rut. But no rut, but no rut.
Right?
Right? Whoa, whoa. Big right, big right. I'm okay. I'm good. We're good.
Nice save. Go back to the center.
Center. Hold on.
Yep. Sorry.
My back ties are wet squirrely.
Still back there in sight.
Yeah. We're gonna take this fairly conservatively until we see how slippery it is.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. This isn't quite the high point, but it's like the pre-high point where we get a little descent and then we have another climb on double track, fairly short, and then that's the high point. So I think we're untethered until the very last road.
This is a good spot to, because they're not going to retether for this.
I'm feeling all right.
All right. Is that it? Yeah. Sorry.
Good catch, good catch. Nope. Yeah. No? Oh yeah, good call, good call.
Oh, brakes sound great.
Hard left. Woo-hoo! Slippery corner. Ooh, this stuff is slippery. It's like riding a grease pig. Ooh.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Oh, geez Louise.
I just full body planted into nettles.
I can see Sid and Joe still. They're right up there. Nice save, nice save. This stuff is crazy. It's so slippery.
La la la, elephant. It's good to know that if they did hear us coming, they probably would run away. As opposed to sharpen their tusks.
This section is so cool through this eucalyptus forest.
All right, now we've got the grassy, hidden don't follow me. Not a fan of this, not being able to see.
Nice, low, nice.
Telegraphed you for a bit. Switcheroo. There are some ruts in here. Yep.
Good? All right, last push to finish.
Here we go. Oh, we're doing it.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, a little bit. That was kind of an adventure.
And I really didn't want to be the first through the forest, and that was very justified as it turned out. But of course, Mackie made a move, and we had to respond. I at least made Joe go first, which is probably the right move. I would have been looking at my front tire and literally like hit the elephant.
We got to near this point yesterday where we saw a bunch of elephant droppings and tracks, and today we saw a fresh set of droppings and came around the next corner, and there was this huge elephant just staring at us, like just right in the face, like 30 feet away.
The tusks were probably like this much tusk,
yeah,
do you reckon?
It was enormous. It stared at us for a second, it felt like forever, and then it just flipped around and sprinted through the woods, and it just felt like the whole forest was falling down. I looked back to see her reaction, and she was already like going the other way. I had hit the button on the camera as soon as I saw him, but it didn't get him in time.
Indelibly imprinted on my memory. We'll insert an AI elephant into the
Yeah,
video.
we're gonna have to make something up.
Yeah.
Apparently they get chased out of the bean fields, and you could see his tracks coming down the trail.
I'm like a little haunted by what if we had met him while he was like sliding down that section and we're going up, going slow, and like it would be harder to turn around and like have an elephant just like ice skating towards you on the mud. And people kept talking to us, and I'm pretty sure they were probably saying there was an elephant right that way.
Because they literally probably had just chased it out of the fields.
Yeah.
Right towards us.
Yeah.
Yeah, the upper part was so muddy that I was kind of expecting the descent to be a little tricky, but it was
It was nice. Yeah. It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we popped out on that road, and then we were just paranoid looking back behind us to see if we could see you guys.
I think we're going to have a really hard time holding you off on the road.
All I have to do is get you guys to cramp.
All you have to do is show us another elephant. I mean, it lived up to the hype for sure. You don't get a bull elephant at Cape Epic.
My biggest regret was not being first into the single track.
Yep, pretty much.
Went really, really well. I think we untethered a little soon.
Yeah, we thought we were on the descent, and we weren't on the descent yet.
But I feel like I held my own pretty well. We were doing a really good job communicating, being like left, right, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, like my rear tire hit something really slick, and I just kind of went like this. I pretty much ended up in the splits. And let me tell you, who has not been training to do the splits, was not.
Yeah, Lowe's back there going, stop, stop, stop.
Were you tethered at that point?
Yes.
The double track that was super muddy was super muddy and very slippery. I was actually surprised by how not slippery that part through the forest was.
Yeah. There was a couple of spicy corners, but other than that, like it was all pretty great.
Well, overall, I think we killed it.
I think so
You guys better watch out tomorrow.
Tomorrow, the racing begins in earnest with a 7,000-foot climb up Kilimanjaro, Africa's tallest peak. Check back in on Tuesday to see how it goes, or catch it right now on Patreon. Suffice to say, it's going to be a big day.
Jesus.
This is how I feel going up Oak Road without tethered to Mackie.